I've known her for almost 20 years. Believe me, she is a great champion of all citizens. And Justice Davis, who, by looking at him, you wouldn't think he was diverse. But, you know, white males are people too. I'm married one. But he also embodies, of course, all of Michigan. You know, we often, as part of our One Michigan effort, we try to represent all peoples in terms of ethnicities and races, but also geography as well. And, you know, we've got, you know, there's a North Dakota and a South Dakota, there's a West Virginia and a Virginia, there's a North Carolina, South Carolina. Michigan has 2 peninsulas, but we are one Michigan. And so, I was so pleased to be able to contribute to this ticket in a way that will, I think, reflect all of our state and the depth of what we all believe, which is what you described at the beginning, which is a judiciary that really does fight for the underdog and the unpopular, including making sure that criminal defendants have rights as well and representation. So, back to Millie. Without Millie, I know that I would not be governor of Michigan, because though her wings stopped flapping in 2004, her impact is still felt. I can feel her breeze. And because without Millie, I would not be governor, then without Millie, Justice Davis would not be justice. And so, with that, I want to add to your salute of Millie Jeffrey by saying, one, thank you to former Justice Weaver for giving us the opportunity. By thanking Millie for giving me as governor something I had longed for almost 8 years, which is the privilege of being able to appoint a justice to the Michigan Supreme Court. And thank you to Millie for me now being able to introduce to you Justice Alton Davis.
I have to say this because they want me to practice it. I am Alton Thomas Davis, Justice of the Michigan Supreme Court. I've been on the job 2 days. I like it. With your support, I think I'll stay for another 8 years. I saw Justice Diane Hathaway here earlier. There you are, all right. Justice Hathaway is so pleased by this too because she gets to move up from that least senior chair further up on the bench. And we have a great opportunity with the second position that the Democratic Party is going to be able to endorse now this year for the Supreme Court of Michigan with the Honorable Denise Langford. We have, I think, the greatest opportunity that we have had as citizens of the state of Michigan since G. Menen Williams and the justices who were with him at the Michigan Supreme Court were there, to turn that court around, to compose a Michigan Supreme Court that you can be proud of, and that the people of the state of Michigan can say that's what we were after all along. I don't want to take up too much of your time, and I've got to tell you, I'm so fresh at this. I haven't run for 25 years. I don't have a coherent message. I have little streams of consciousness to kind of run through. But I said at the beginning that I was going to take a high road here, that we're going to run a civil campaign, that we're going to do this the way it should be done. And God bless them, the press has picked it up. They've reported it. And although I've only been here for 48 hours, I happened to see the paper the other day, yesterday's paper. Bob Young said at their convention, I think it's going to have to be a more civil court. So we're having an impact already. All right? Now I got to tell you, I don't think they're capable. All right? And so that's going to be the great contrast that we are going to create. And the people of the state of Michigan are ready for it. We are going to show them, as we all should know, as members of the bar and members of the bench, that we are in an honored profession, that we deal in matters of intellect, and logic, and common sense, and an understanding of the human condition. And all the rest of this stuff is garbage, and we won't tolerate it. I am going to stress by example and by every word I say, civility, respect for each other, impartiality, fairness, ruling without fear and favor. That is the platform that I'm running on. I've had a theory for years watching these folks, and that's this. If you have an agenda, you're not a judge. You're a lobbyist with robes on and you're in the wrong place. I've been at this for 26 years. I know how to do it, and I will do it, and you can count on that. And my final stream of consciousness, which I'm working on, are the words that I believe are on the Martin Luther King Center Memorial in Atlanta, Georgia, which I'm going to incorporate into a speech when I get one put together. From the book of Amos. And that is that what I hope to accomplish from the Supreme Court of the state of Michigan is a day when all of the citizens will look at that great hall of justice and say, that is a place where justice rolls down like water and righteousness like an ever-flowing stream.